going to talk about finding the area of regular polygons. The first thing we're going to do is discuss what a polygon is. What is a polygon? A polygon is a flat shape with straight lines that form a circuit. Here are some examples of regular polygons: a rectangle, a triangle, a parallelogram, or a square. So what is area? Area is the amount of surface space that a flat object has. So, in other words, it is the entire inside of a shape. Also, area is reported in the amount of square units. Let's look at how to find the area of a square or rectangle. You can find the area of a square or rectangle by counting the number of squares inside the shape if you are able to do so. You normally can only do this if the shapes are drawn on graph paper. You will most likely have to use one of the following formulas to find the area of a square or rectangle. Area is equal to length times width, or area is equal to base times height. Both of those formulas measure the same thing, so you are able to use either one. Let's find the area by counting squares. Find the area of this surface if each square is equal to 1 foot. You can count the number of squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you count the number of green squares to determine the area of this surface, then what is the area? The area is equal to 6 square units. Now, let's find the area of a square or rectangle, but this time we're going to use one of the formulas that we already talked about. Remember, to find the area of a square or rectangle, you simply just multiply length times width or base times height. Here's an example. We can see that the width or the base is 6 feet, and the length or the height is equal to 4 feet. If we simply use the formula area equals length times width, we can fill it in with 4 for the length, 6 for the width, and then we're going to multiply those two numbers together, and we get an area of 24 square feet. Now let's look at finding the area of a parallelogram. Finding the area of a parallelogram is done using the same formula used to find the area of a square or rectangle, length times width, or base times height. However, with a parallelogram, you must be careful as to what line is considered to be the height. Here's a parallelogram. The diagonal line is not the height. This line is the height. So the height of this parallelogram is 5, and the base is 9. So if you fill those numbers in using the formula length times width or base times height, you get 9 times 5, which is equal to 40 square units. Now let's take a look at finding the area of a triangle. Finding the area of a triangle is a little bit different than finding the area of a square or rectangle. A triangle is simply just half of a square or a rectangle. Since we multiplied base times height to find the area of a square or rectangle, and a triangle is half of that, to find the area of a triangle, you simply just multiply 1/2 the base times the height. Let's take a look at an example. And we're going to use the formula 1/2 base times height to find the answer. Here's a triangle. The height is 8 centimeters, and the base is 10 centimeters. So let's fill in the formula, which is area equals 1/2 base times height. We know that the base is 10 and the height is 8. So we get 1/2 of 10 times 8, which then equals 1/2 of 80, which gives us then an area of 40. But don't forget to label your area in square units. So the area of this triangle is 40 square centimeters. So let's review. Area is the entire inside of a shape. To find the area of a square, rectangle, or parallelogram, you must use the formula length times width or base times height. To find the area of a triangle, you must use the formula 1/2 base times height, since a triangle is half of a square or rectangle. And always remember to label area in square units.